Hi, my name is Carla Quintana. I have lived here in this home 45 years. I came to Saguache about 48 years ago to help my parents because of their aging and to raise my daughters in a small town. I have two beautiful daughters, and then I met a man. We married and I raised his 5 children. So I had a total of 7 children. My mom was originally from Saguache. My father, no, he was from another area. And so I decided to make Saguache my home, which I have. I have worked at different jobs and raised 7 children, plus half of the school coming in to eat. I've enjoyed cooking. Today I don't cook a lot because I'm alone, I'm a widow. All the children have left. They come and go. And so I have 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren for my daughters. I have a daughter who lives here, a daughter in Colorado Springs, and I spend as much time as I can with family because I enjoy that, and I cook for them. I cook here at home for the ones who live here, and their specialty, which I get scolded a lot, I don't make enough sopapillas for my family here in Saguache, which today I am going to make sopapillas for you. And I make a lot of other stuff that my family have enjoyed. I enjoy Saguache. I like to be active. I'm on the chamber. Being with the heart has taught me a lot. I didn't graduate from Saguache. I graduated from Pueblo. That's where I'm originally from. And so I have enjoyed this, and I hope that everyone else that sees this will enjoy learning a recipe that I have enjoyed, and it's a simple recipe. Sopapillas is a matter of making the dough. Then later this afternoon, we'll deep fry them. And you can eat them with food or you can eat it as a dessert. You have that option. And so I would like to get started now and enjoy. I don't have a recipe for the sopapillas right now, but I'll get you a recipe. But it's going to be a pinch of this and a pinch of that. It's not going to be specific. I learned on my own and I made a lot of mistakes, and now I still make mistakes. Nothing ever comes out perfect. So I ask for patience, and we will start now. I'm going to add flour. And I don't know how much. I just add.
Can you guesstimate, Carla?
Maybe. Let's go with 4 cups. 4 cups of flour. I'm going to add a little bit, not a lot. Maybe a half a spoon of baking powder. You don't need a lot of baking powder for the fact that I'm going to add yeast. And your yeast makes up for your baking powder. Now other people use baking powder, baking soda, and they use eggs. I don't. I wasn't into that. Half a teaspoon of salt. about a half a teaspoon of sugar, and that'll mix with the salt. I use my yeast, an even level spoon of yeast, and maybe a little pinch more. I try to use fresh ingredients. I just opened this bottle of oil. Half a cup of oil. Now I'm going to add warm water to the flour so I can make my dough. A lot of people make their dough and in 20 minutes they're making the sopapillas. I like my dough to rise just like bread so that it will flip out. I like to spend the day. Not the full day, no. And as time goes on, I may have to add more flour, more water. So make sure your water is warm, but not hot. You don't want to cook the yeast. Not cold, because you don't want to freeze the yeast. Once I get my dough where I want it, I'll cover it up and then just leave it and have my house warm. So by the time you finish adding flour, you might have added maybe 6.5 cups of flour. Feel my dough. It's warm.
It is warm.
And there you are.
So now you're going to cover it up and let it rest?
I'll cover it up and let it rise.
You're on, Carla. How long has your dough been resting, Carla?
About 2.5 hours.
Your house is really warm.
It makes the dough light.
How thin do you roll it out?
As thin as I can, because as time goes on, it'll rise on its own while it's sitting waiting. My grease is getting hot. I have a pot of oil here, and it needs to get hot. And did Lorraine ever get to you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It has to be hot. What I do is cut out so many. I put them to the side. And I cut out different shapes. I don't have anything. You can make them however you want.
The oil's just not hot enough, huh?
Not yet. It's getting there. But this gives me time to roll out and get a little ahead of myself here. My dough is real flexible. It can go any way, it can play any way. Which, that's what I like. It's light, loose. That's what you want it for, it to be light, loose, that you can play with it. I will have a sheet here, and I have a thick padding of paper towels to absorb the oil, and that the oil will absorb there on my paper towel. My oil is getting hot, so there it goes. You getting it?
Mm-hmm. They're puffing up really big.
Told you my dough is light, easy to work with.
How do you know when to turn them?
You just kind of guess. See, they're already getting brown. Some don't like to turn. They get kind of stubborn on me.
I wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells wonderful in here.
And I have honey for your sopapilla.
Yay! Mm. Sometimes I like to eat my sopapilla just like it is there,
Yeah.
with my beans. Mm.
Oh,
Soak up all my bean juice.
all right. Now we start taking out. And there you are.
Okay.
And there you are, ready to eat. And I present it to Lori.
Thank you, Carla.